What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I want to thank you for clicking on this channel. We're not going to take too long. We're just going to jump straight into the video. This video that I found today is of Joe Rogan. Speech will leave you speechless.
That most men live lives of quiet desperation. It's one of my favorite quotes ever because it's
Most men live life of quiet desperation. What is it like?
true. You're just in this world where you just can't wait to just run away. But I think one of the reasons why these people have this deep-seated anger and resentment is there's a bunch of people out there that have these lives that are deeply unsatisfying, because I think there are so many people that are working all day long doing something that is deeply unsatisfying and almost painful.
Yeah, soul killing.
Soul killing. They're stuck in traffic all day, and then they're stuck in a cubicle after that. They relish the time to take a in the bathroom and look at their phone. I mean, they literally do that. That's a highlight of someone's day. They get in traffic on the way home. They get home after that, they're watching television, and they're...
That's true, eh? It becomes like a... It seems that like life has become like a rat race, right? We just can't wait. Is the right race? Right race, is that the proper analogy? I think what I'm trying to say is that life has become like a box. A lot of us are just working. We're just working. We don't really know where we're going with our lives. We're just working because we have to work. We're just working because it seems like the right thing to do, to work. And what comes with that is, I think, from my experience anyways, that we usually can't wait. We can't wait for the day to be over, or we can't wait for the week to be over. But that's not the right way to think. I don't think so. Even if there's something good happening, even if there's something good that's gonna happen on the weekend, wishing for that week to go by quick so that you can get to the weekend is never a good thing. If you look at life, for example, I remember when I was 20 and I was thinking, man, I can't wait to be 30, right? Or maybe that's not a good example. Like I'm talking about like actually, yeah, let's stick with that. When I was 20 and I was thinking about being 30, if you spend your whole time wishing to get to the next place, when you get to the next place, then what? Then what? You actually miss out on the whole experience from 20 to 30 if all you're wishing for is to get to 30. What are you doing in the moment? What are you doing in that moment to actually take advantage of this opportunity that we call life? What are we doing with our day?
If people have a regular day job, if you could just find some one thing that you do as a passion project and just keep building on it, just keep watering it, keep adding fertilizer, keep giving it attention, keep giving it focus, and you can escape.
It doesn't even have to be a passion. If you have something to do after work for yourself, something that takes your mind off, that makes you feel like you're working for yourself. I like that. That's actually really good. If you have something that you can just start small, and build on it. They didn't build Rome on one day. They started out with one brick at a time. Will Smith says it best. You don't build a wall by putting a wall down. You build a wall by putting one brick at a time. So if, for example, I have a project, if I want to get somewhere with it, it's not going to happen like that. But the fact of starting it and gradually moving towards a bigger goal, that's the key. Okay.
You can escape and you can be self-serving. You could be okay. You're going to be okay.
And the key here is that you're not doing it for anybody. You're not doing it for any compensation. I'm not doing it to get money. I'm doing it because it's something that I want to do, that I figure that will, bring value to me and might help people. If that's how we think, then I think maybe you might wish that your day goes quicker, so you get home to attack that project that might eventually take up your day. That might actually be something that you do for your day instead of, you know what I mean?
For making furniture feels good. If you make furniture for a living, and you feel a great satisfaction out of that, and you sell that furniture. Look, man, if you can do that, you could cut those corners perfectly and sand everything down nice and stain it, and then it's done, and you get the satisfaction, and you sell it to someone, and that pays your bills. That is infinitely more satisfying than being stuck in some fucking cubicle working for someone that you don't want to work for, having to have these stupid fucking office meetings, talking to people in human resources, sitting down with your supervisor where they evaluate your job performance, and you're not really, you really need to be enthusiastic about this company. This company is your future. This kind of like, you're like, fuck, kill me now. There's a lot of people out there that would way rather do something else, and I hope they understand that they can. And
What's something that we can do, right? Like you, if you're watching this, what's something that we can do that that you can monetize, that you can build from and get value from it? Something that you like doing, not necessarily like doing, but you're good at doing, right? I, do you think a passion is something that you should love doing? I heard somewhere that if your passion becomes your something you do all day, then it's not your passion anymore. It becomes a job, and you lose that love for it. But I look at it like I don't know if I agree with it 100%, because if you do love doing that, then you will keep loving doing that at a bigger scale, because now people are also seeing value in that passion, and you're bringing value to people. If you, like his example, if you love how to build furnitures, and now you're building furnitures and people are loving how you do it, aren't you gonna love it more? Like, for example, if you look at this screen right here, I started liking mobile games. So I'm not perfect, right? I started to learn how to code, and it didn't work out my way. Not that it didn't work out my way. I wasn't persistent with it. But watching this video is giving me like a boost to. I might have to get back in it once I figure out my other project. I have some other projects going on, but once I figure that out, for sure, that is something that I can do on my own time when I get back from work. I can build on it slowly, and eventually release games and give people a good experience to play my games, right? I like this.
people that are trapped in bad situations, one of the problems is you feel like this is your future. You feel like you're fucked and you can't get out of that. There's no hope. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no rainbow. And if you feel like that, that alone can be incredibly defining and limiting. But if you look at yourself objectively and say, okay, I kind of am fucked here. I'm in credit card debt. I'm working in a shitty job. I don't like what I'm doing, but I have some ideas. I need to feed those fucking ideas. And I need to feed them and water them, and I need to set aside a certain amount of time every day to just try.
Jordan Peterson says it best. He says, for example, if you sit in your room, right? Put your phone away, you sit in your room and you look around. And then you ask yourself the simple question, how can I make this room better? What can I move around? What can I do to make this room better for myself? That makes you more self-aware. And a lot of people are feeling stuck because, in my opinion, I think a lot of us are feeling stuck because we're not taking that time to sit down and think about what we can improve in our lives. And that can become tough. And then not on top of that now, we tell ourselves that we're stuck. And then when we start affirming that we're stuck, then we feel even more stuck. But we need to start looking at it from the outside point of view. Let's retract. Let's take ourselves out of the story and look at it from the outside point of view. What can we do to improve our situation? If you're stuck at a job that you feel like you're running around, what can you do to improve that? I feel like it's a really tough answer, a really tough question to answer. But once you ask that question, then now you can start looking for answers. I think we're not asking ourselves the question. The first step to doing that is to ask ourselves the question, what can we do to improve?
Try to make those things happen. You can do that. Everyone has a different personality. They have different interests, different things that they would be really satisfied pursuing.
And I don't think you need to I don't think we need to really. I don't think we really need to be giving more than an hour. Like if I come back from work and I want to learn how to start learning again how to do this, I can just I can just give like 30 minutes of it. If I'm really tired, it's 30 minutes, but ideally maybe an hour, and then that builds from it. You know, like not doing anything that's a problem. I think doing something is a problem. Sorry, not doing something is a problem. As soon as you start doing it, you just build from it.
That's not encouraged. What's encouraged is go find a job. What's encouraged is go find some place that you can shove yourself into. Go find a square hole that you can stick your round peg and just jam it in there and shave down the top and the bottom so you slide in with all this extra space on the sides and feel like for the rest of your life because you need a job, because you're in debt, because you have credit cards, because you have student.
Man, that's like, man, keep going. I want to add something to it. I want you to finish saying what you're saying.
Loans, because that's what everybody does, and so you do it too. That's what's wrong.
Okay, I say it now. That's the problem with African mentality, right? Like all they teach us to do is to go to school and get a job, and that's it. Just work. But you don't get financial freedom from that. Financial freedom is by investing, by starting some things on the side that will bring value to you too, right? Like I have this saying, right? Like I think that the job that we go to school to get a job, and that job that we get is to finance our real hobbies, like our not hobbies, but like the job that you get when you finish school. If you're unless you're lucky and you really like that and you got into a job that you really love and that's your dream and you want to stay in there, that's fine. More power to you, right? But a lot of us that went to school to do some things that we were told to do, that job is to feed your projects. That job is to invest in yourself. You're not supposed to stay at that job and just die there. Because that's what happens. You just die there. Your ambition dies there. You just settle and now you have a family, you have kids, you have a wife, you have a house, you have a car, you have to, and then you just feel stuck in that. But that job is to fuel your real projects. You shouldn't be, don't feel stuck. That's the way I look at it. Sure, I haven't really built anything yet. But I'm working towards that, right? Like that's the way I look at it. And I think that's gonna pay off in the future because I don't feel stuck because I have a bigger vision. I have a bigger goal than what's happening right now. I don't feel stuck. You don't feel stuck when you know that you have something that you can do about it. Never lose hope.
You have an apartment you have to pay for. You have a car you leased. You have a wife that you have to feed. You have a child you have to raise. You have your mortgage. You have your this. You have your that. And that's where it all comes from. Well, the opportunity takes place usually when you're young and you don't have any responsibility. That's when you have your options. Well, your options are severely limited the more you gather responsibilities. Like if I had to...
Ooh, that's tough. That's strong, but that just hit me hard because don't do this when you're you could take that risk and start doing it when you're older, but the best time to do it, like if I can go back in time and give advice to myself when I was 22, 23, that's what I would have done. I would have said exactly that. Sure, you're going to school, finish what you're starting, maybe even if it's not what you love, finish, at least make sure that when you get out of what you're doing, there's work, right? Be sure about that. But when you get out, work, and start working on the project. Start setting the bricks for your dreams. Start young. Don't wait until you're 30 or 40. Start young. Get conscious young. That's the key. Because time goes by quick. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to make you aware that if you're young right now, you're watching this video, start. Don't wait. You might not know what you want to do, but pick something and start working towards it. That's what happens. Trial and error. That's what I would advise myself when I was younger. Trial and error. Pick something, start working at it. If it doesn't work out, if you put enough effort into it and it doesn't work out, sure, back out of it and try something else. Right?
As a 51-year-old father of 3, married man, pays taxes, has a house and a mortgage and a business and all that jazz, if I had to quit everything now and struggle the way I struggled as a stand-up comedian, it would never work. But the only way I could be this person now is if I took that chance when I was 21, when I was dead broke and had my cars repossessed and all that stuff. That's the only way you ever get where you want to go. You have to take a path that's dangerous, and most people want to take the safe path. And the safe path leaves you stuck in quiet desperation almost every time. It's hell. It's hell.
I'm gonna stop it here because I want you guys to go and watch it. The channel is Motivation Core. And the video, the title is Joe Rogan's Speech Will Leave You Speechless. One of the most eye-opening motivational videos ever. And I believe that. That's very eye-opening for us. I think the message I would get from that I got from this anyways, is to start. Simple as that. Start. Don't overthink it. Especially if you're young, don't overthink it. Especially if you're young, don't overthink it. Just start doing something, start trying, start failing. You learn when you fail. You don't necessarily need to fail to learn, but you do learn valuable lessons when you do fail. That's all aspect of life. If you're a little more older like I am, I'm 29 right now. I'm pretty lucky that I'm still at a good stage where I can still try things, but I don't know, it's still limited. I'm more limited than when I was 20, right? So if you're the same age as me, or at least getting closer to that, just a little bit older, then Jordan Peterson would say, rather get a piece of paper, write down your ideas, your goals, and start attacking them one by one. Use more discretion because you don't have the leverage that you had when you were younger. Use more discretion to start doing things. Let's start doing that. Let's attack that shit, man. Like, no more time wasting, And if you're older, I'm sure by now you already have an idea of the things that you like. I'm sure you have an opinion. Start a YouTube channel. Shoot. I'm sure you already know what you're good at. Start something with it. Try to leverage it, So I want to thank you guys for clicking on the channel. Please subscribe, share, like, comment, whatever you got to do. I want to grow with you guys, so if you like what you did, stay tuned for the next videos, and I see you guys next time. Peace.